76 to 80 million people. Is that right?
Yes.
Now remember, if we were born in 1946, by 2011, the first baby boomer turned 65 years old. Is that right? So that means, if there's 76 to 80 million people getting ready to retire, they have two concerns when it comes to their money. Number one is to grow that money. And number two is to preserve that money. Is that right? Yes or no?
Yes.
So which means money needs to move from point A to point B. So money needs to move from point A to point B. Is that right? Does money move by itself? Yes or no? Someone needs to move that money. The third and final component of the perfect storm is the baby boomers' parents, which we also call the savers generation. How do I show the whole screen? Or I have to raise it? Can you raise this? No? Sorry. You can be CEO and not know how to operate this thing. That's okay. See? I like that. MacGyver. Next thing you know, we'll have duct tape and chewing gum. You guys watch MacGyver?
Yeah.
Baby boomers' parents. They are the savers generation. Why do we call them the savers generation? When were the parents of the baby boomers born? During the Great Depression. Is that right? The baby boomers' parents, the savers generation, saw the impact, the importance of what? Saving money, putting money in the right place. They knew, they lived the life of having not enough money during that time. Is that right? So they understood the importance of saving money. You notice our grandma, our grandpa, right? Every time you ask for money, they always have money. Although they keep saying it, but when you ask them, if you're the favorite grandchild, they always have money somewhere, either in their purse, in their closet, under the carpet, under their bed, in their bra, right? Is that right? Right. See, so they know the importance of saving money. That's why they were called the savers generation. Now, these people save so much money in this generation. They're saying, and these are numbers off the internet, there are different numbers being thrown out in the World Wide Web. They're saying there's about 36 to 56 trillion dollars of wealth sitting in this generation alone. That's with a T, trillion. Now, let me just kind of give you guys an understanding of what trillion means. What was 1 trillion seconds ago? Can anyone make a wild guess? What was 1 trillion seconds ago? Don't Google it. How long? 1 trillion seconds ago? 24 hours?
1 year.
1 year? 25 years?
1 trillion.
25 years higher. Okay, let me give you a hint because we're going to be here all night. You guess. 25 years? No, higher. Higher.
Million years.
Huh?
2,000 years.
Higher.
5,000 years.
Higher.
70,000 years.
Lower. Not 70,000 years.
100 years.
It's 37,700 years ago. Google it. Yes. That's why I love Google. I know, but I want you guys to get an idea of
Video.
what 1 kiloseconds ago was.
Huh?
It's 37,700 years ago. Yet, Jason, there's about 36 to 50 trillion dollars of wealth sitting in the Savior's generation alone. You guys know where I'm leading to this now, aren't you? Which means, how old are these Savior's generation now? They're about 80 years old, in their 80s. They're getting sick, or some of them, worst case,
Dementia.
dying. Remember, death is inevitable.
Yeah.
Is that right? So, which means there's going to be a wealth transfer. That wealth transfer will go to which generation? Either the baby boomers generation, Generation X, right? Or Generation Y. Is that right? Because if you were a grandparent, if you have money all saved up, you can't take that to your grave. Unless you want to go gamble in heaven. I don't know if there is one. Right? So, which means these people in the baby boomers generation, parents of the baby boomers, they have two concerns when it comes to their money as well. What are the two concerns on their money? They want to grow and preserve their money. Is that right?
Yes.
Which means money needs to move from point A to B. Again, let me ask a rhetorical question. Does money move by itself?
No.
Someone needs to move that money. What did we learn today? Hello? What did we learn today?
A lot.
No. What you guys learned today? The whole day. Name me the things you learned. You learned about annuities. Is that right?
Yes.
Does World Financial Group do annuities?
Yes. No.
Yes.
Where were you?
Booyah.
Sure. Something. Say something, right? About index annuities, all right? Does World Financial Group do annuities? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do we do long-term care?
Yes.
Do we do life insurance?
Yes.
Does the parents of the baby boomers need life insurance? Do they need final expense?
Yes.
Everybody.
Do they need index annuities?
Yes.
Remember, 0 to 85.
Yes.
The age. They still qualify if they're 80 before they die. Right? Tell them, before you die, make sure you sign this index annuity. Is that right?
Yes.
Do we educate the parents about college education? Yes? If people need to pay, if people need money for their mortgage, can we offer the job opportunity? The
Yes.
business opportunity?
Yes.
If they're unemployed and they're looking for extra income, can WFG offer that?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Do we offer a product that's guaranteed? You will
Yes.
never lose money?
Yes.
And only participate on the growth?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So that means it boils down to this. Remember, timing is everything. If you and I went into real estate between 2003 to 2007, you and I made tons of money in real estate. Yes? See, it boils down to this. higher. You need a jab. Like a car jack. It goes up. Boils down to supply versus demand. In 2003, during the real estate boom, was there a lot of demand? People looking for homes? Yes or no?
Yes.
And there was a very low supply. Is that right? Now, think of us, World Financial Group today. We are in the same exact situation. Is there a high demand for people like us? Yes or no?
Yes.
Remember, what is the average age of an insurance agent?
56.
They're 56 years old or older. Why? Because insurance agents today have a bad reputation. Is that right?
Yes.
Because the public was never properly educated. Is that right? So if the average age of insurance agents is 56 years old or older, that means they need more people to get into the industry. I don't know the passing rate here in Virginia, but you know in California, the passing rate is 60% to get your license, to pass your license. 60% in California.
Really?
Yes. So move to California, there's easy to get the exam. Right? Licensing in California is on sale. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you get 61% or 100%, the same license. You don't get special privileges just because you got 100%. Is that right? It's like a driver's license. Right? If you get a high score, it's in Tagalog, it's pass or fail. You know, in Filipino, FNP, the same. It's your pass or fail. I have one team member who took the state exam in California. Side note, I have a team member who took the exam. The first time, right? The first time, he when he took the exam, right? The instructor put letter P. He was so pissed off. Man, I failed again. He looked at the letter again. It says letter P. Oh, it's pass, not fail. Guess I gotta wake you guys up because I know some of you are going out, right? So, in WFG, is there a high demand for people like us? Yes or no?
Yes.
Is there a low supply?
Yes.
So if you are a person between a high demand and a low supply, is there a possibility for you to make tons of money? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Timing is everything, folks. You and I today are in a perfect storm, Jason. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Do I have your attention now?
Yes.
How much more minutes I got?
4 minutes.
2 hours. We're gonna go watch Manny Pacquiao. Hey, look, in WFG, it's not all about working hard. You gotta have fun.
Yes.
I woke up early, man. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
But let me ask you this question. How long can you sell by yourself?
Forever.
Because what good is learning about annuities? What good is learning about insurance? What good is learning long-term care? What good is learning about college planning program? What good is learning about final expense if you're the only person selling it?
There you go. You gotta build.
I'm sorry, to be honest with you, with all due respect, ma'am, I have a teammate in California, 29 years in real estate. You know the reason why she joined the firm? Just like exactly what you said. See, real estate real estate agents, they make good income. Is that right?
Yes.
They make very good income. Especially during 2003 and 07. But there's a problem. Who's the one doing all the selling?
So,
So if that agent gets sick,
yeah.
if that agent has to take care of loved ones, can they generate income?
No.
That's why the real opportunity in WFG is not the solutions we offer. It's building distribution outlets. See, I started the business back in September 2006 part-time. I used to make $75,000 a year salary. Most of you know, I was, Trifon, I noticed a lot of people here that stood up during the sharing part. I felt very uncomfortable. Because all of them that stood up, they have a college degree. I felt very uncomfortable sitting in the back. Because Felicia, I don't have a college degree. All I have is a PhD. You know what PhD means? Public high school diploma. But for you to make $75,000 you thought it was doctorate? Oh hell no. Sorry, do I look like a doctorate here? But for me to make $75,000 a year salary at a job, that's not bad income. But the problem is you live in California. Remember, $75,000 a year, that's gross pay. That's not net, that's why it's very gross. Right, $75,000, that's gross, man. So in San Diego. So I joined the firm September 2006 part-time. And Carlos was telling me the story. He said he joined in July and he didn't get his license until a few months later. See, I beat you, man. I joined September 2006. I did not get my license until March of 2007. 6 months? Yes. I'm the most uncoachable person you'll ever meet.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm the wrong market. Guys, you would not prospect me out in the field. Why? Number one, I party a lot. I was divorced. At that time when I joined the firm, I just recently got divorced. And you know why, Kim? Divorce is so expensive? Answer me. Ask me why. Because it's worth it. So you're divorced, you recently got divorced, you're single, right? You're out, you're back in the market. By the way, I'm engaged already. You figured, hey.
How old were you then?
Okay, well, it's not about me. It's about the building side. I was 52 years old. 52. You figure out what the first number was. So I was the wrong market. I partied a lot. I just recently got divorced. I worked 12 to 16-hour days, 5 to 7 days a week. I was the wrong market. I was always busy. How many of you here, you always say, I'm always busy for WFG? Oh, only one? You all lie like a rug. I never have time to do the business because I'm so busy doing my JOB, the journey of the broke. March 2007, when I got my license, the first thing I did is what? When you get your license, what's the first thing you're excited to do? Send. I never understood the importance of recruiting. I never understand the importance of building. Because I got a license, man. I got to use it. And voila, I got my very first paycheck in WFG. A whopping $35. It was a term insurance. And I was so scared to bring it to the bank because I don't know, Jason, if that check was going to bounce. $35. They might cuff me in for fraud. That was my first check. See, today you have Haifa, training associate, he showed how much? $500. See, back then, Aloy, we did not have the same platforms these folks have. All we know about was selling insurance. Do you want life insurance? Hey, do you want a life insurance? Remember, you're gonna die. You scare people just to buy from you. That's all we have. We never had this type of platforms you guys have today. You got the referral program, the estate planning. We didn't have that, Jinky. Every time our client, because when you sell life insurance, the next question is, do you also do estate planning? Oh no, we don't do that. Just give me the check for the life insurance. We didn't have that. We didn't have college planning education. Right? We didn't have both. I didn't even know there was pet insurance. Did you guys know about that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that there was a pet insurance. But then again, I never had pets. So how would I know? Is that right? We never had that. Ron. All we did was sold life insurance and index annuities. Until I went to a big event. I remember this just like it was yesterday. And my upline, Bobot, he tricked me. He told me, Kim, because I don't like going to big events. Why? Why would you go there on a weekend, a 3-day weekend, right? And then you're gonna spend time on the hotel. Then you're gonna spend time driving. At least it was in California. Some of you here, if you're Virginia, before Vegas, right? You gotta fly.
Yes.
Why can't I just stay here while everybody's gone on convention? I stay here and I sell insurance. Market is all mine. All the agents are gone. Is that right? It makes sense. But my upline tricked me. So Chris, because I told him I'm always busy. I always give him an excuse. I told him, you know what? Bobo told me, Chris, if you go to this convention, it was in Anaheim, California, June in 2007. He told me, Chris, bless you. If you go to this event, training. So he told me, Chris, if you go to this event, if you don't like it, I will reimburse everything. That's where he got me. There was one word he said. Me being a Filipino, I am. There was one word that stood out what he said. What was that? Reimbursement. So I thought about it. I paid my gas, my hotel, and if I don't like it, my registration, he pays. So guess what I did? I went. And I sat in the very back in a convention that was about only 7,000 people. And some of you were not even there yet. I sat in the very back of that convention, and I saw people on stage, and please, no pun intended, not to be a prejudice or anything, there were people on stage who could barely speak English, and they're making $250,000. They're making $500,000. They're making $1 million, $750,000, and I sat in the back, just in awe. I said, oh my God. Right? How can these people make that kind of income, and yet here I am. I don't speak perfect English, but hey, I can speak better than English than them, but how come they're making more money than me? What is the difference between me and them? You know what I realized? It was my belief. I never believed in what I did. All I believed was I will sell life insurance so I can make money. But I did not realize that my belief level was in the wrong thing. I should have believed in building right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because remember, you and I don't get paid when we recruit people, yes?
Yes.
We don't get paid. Not a dime. Out of that 100 Felicia you paid for, no one made money out of that. So that's why when you and I got in the field, after we sold a policy, especially big account, 10,000 points, 5,000 points, woo, high five, right? Then you ask the client, you want to join? No, I'm busy. Okay, just give me the check for the... Because we don't want to recruit because it's headache. It's a lot of Tylenol. Is that right? You tell your team member to come to the meeting, they promise, I'll be there on Super Saturday, November 5, because Chris is coming. I promise, I'll be there. And you're standing outside, lunchtime already. Where are you? No response. Is that right? So why would you go through the Tylenol where you write a case, 5,000, 10,000 points, you make money already, instant gratification. I never thought about the long-term satisfaction. And you know what? Here's the thing. Is when you join WFG, is it always gravy? Is it always guaranteed you make tons of money? No. How many of you here went through challenges or going through challenges in WFG? If you're not raising your hand, that means you haven't done squat in the business. Seriously. You know, I joined the firm September 2000. When I went to that convention in June 2007, that's when I told myself I will never ever miss a big event. Ever. And then challenges comes in. The moment I became MD, I wore the blue jacket just like what Joy is wearing. I am now the manager. Who's the boss? Me. I'm the manager, right? I wear the blue jacket. So I quit my job. I laid off my boss, right? I'm the boss. When you're the boss, you don't have to report to anybody. Because Bobo is just my upline. But I don't work for him. I don't work for World Financial Group. I'm an independent contractor. So guess what? I started coming to the office at what time? No, 9. Too early. Bobo calls me at 9. I wake up 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Yes. I'm my own boss. Hello. Wearing the blue jacket. I'm telling you my real story, folks. Because I don't want you to make the same mistakes I did. He would call me at 9 a.m. and I would return his call around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. And if there's no business in the afternoon, okay, there's always tomorrow. And you do it again another day. Next thing you know, it's been 30 days, you've been doing the same darn thing. And then at the end of the month, you complain, no money in WFG. Remember, because 62% times 0 equals
0.
It's always 0. Is that right?
Yes.
Then I went into, okay, Bobo told me, okay, gotta get into the GLG program. So what's that? GLG. What's that? Good looking guys? No, he said it's great leaders generation. Okay. What happens if I do that? Well, you can be a green jacket. Okay. What's that? You know, yeah. See, you want me to be your downline now? I give you a headache, man. I was in GLG with that guy. I was in GLG for 4 years. I felt I was like in high school, man. You qualify, you get kicked out. You qualify, you get kicked out. You qualify, you get kicked out, you get kicked out. Then you qualify, you get kicked out, you get kicked out again. It was hard. And then you have people in GLG reporting these big numbers. First week, they have 10 recruits already. I'm like, where the heck are they getting these 10 recruits? I'm only down to 2. The one who already quit. You guys ever have those? Yes. You enter the AMA so fast right now, the following day they quit. That's why you enter it so fast. Because you know they're gonna quit anyway. Last night, when we went I have Glenn sign in right away on the dot. You know what sales upline did? Her upline called her and asked, tell me what happened. What happened to the BPM? Oh, we got 1 new recruit. Okay, enter it already. She was like cleaning the house at 2 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning. And the upline wanted to enter the AMA. And then she texted me, I was in the room, she texted me, can I enter the AMA now? Man, I tell you, see, today, you guys have the NLG program, you have the GLG program. It took me 4 years. You have the G school, you have all the school now.
Good looking guy.
And good looking girls.
I didn't even know that.
Man, I told and see, that's where you have to understand building. If you came here to sell insurance, annuities, long-term care, whatever the case may be, that's good and all. But at the end of the day, how long can you do it? Because remember, when you come into business, one or two things you can do. You can either be a farmer or you can be a hunter. Which one you want to be, farmer or hunter?
Farmer.
What's the difference? Besides spelling.
Farmer so.
Hunter is when you go hunt for food, you eat that food. When that food is finished, what do? You keep hunting again.
Yeah.
No pun intended, just like real estate agents. Is that right?
Yes.
Farmers are different. Jason, you plant seed as a farmer, is that right?
Yeah.
You treat that seed like it's the same. All those seeds you planted, you treat them the same. You water it, you nourish it, right? You put fertilizer on it, is that right? You treat every seed the same. Now, will every seed turn into a tree and bear fruit? Yes or no?
Yes.
No. Some trees, some seeds will die.
Yeah.
Just like your recruits. Some of, not literally die, okay? Some of you recruit 1, 2 die. Including you. So you quit. Is that right? Same thing. Some people are late bloomers, just like me. Took me a while to understand WFG and what is the real opportunity. Right? Some people just bloom so fast. Sel and Chester, can you please stand up? Sel and Chester, these are my SMDs, second generation to me. They became SMD in 6 months.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Then they produced an SMD who became a replacement leg. Another 6 months and a few days. Yeah. You know that you can be SMD, Felicia, in 6 months if you want to. It's all up here. Because when it's up here and you take it to heart, the action will come. The problem is this. You always want the money, but you don't want the action. Just give me the money. Buy lotto ticket. People want to make the $1 million, but they don't want to work like $1 million. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You got to put in time. You got to put in money. You got to put in effort. And as those challenges come your way, you got to fight harder. You know, there was a point in my career that my house got foreclosed. Yes. There was a point in my career, some of you, I don't have time to tell you all the story from the beginning. There was a point in my career, Ron, my car got repossessed. The same car you have. That's why when I saw your car, it gave me flashbacks early.
I wonder why you're running away from it.
Yeah. No, because I was looking for Shell and Chester. I thought they were eating lunch in the car. I went, their car was gone. I didn't know they went out to lunch with the kids.